Bang.
Yeah, let's hear why it's true.
The evidence. So do you think the Earth is flat?
Oh no.
Okay. So do you acknowledge or do you disbelieve the evidence of the expanding universe?
I'm not 100% sure about expanding universe.
Okay. Well, that scientific evidence is pretty well known, and that was the initial evidence that led us to develop this concept of what we call Big Bang cosmology. So, if you reject that the universe is expanding, then okay, you seem to be indifferent about it. I'm just telling you that that is the known scientific consensus. We see faraway galaxies retreating away from us no matter where we look. And then in the 40s and 50s, scientists made some pretty precise calculations about this stuff called background radiation. So when the Big Bang first happened, all the energy in the universe was extremely concentrated, but that energy has dissipated since. And so the current wavelength, frequency, whatever you want to call it, of that energy today should be around 2.7 Kelvin. And it was found it was like 1968, I think. And it was within like 1/10,000th of a degree of what they thought it would be. So a prediction of unthinkable precision came literally true. So that's how we have confidence that our theory is correct.
Couldn't they just took the temperature, put out the prediction, retook the temperature? I mean, I don't. I mean, it's a prediction of something that you already know is there.
No, they didn't know. They
Sure.
Yes, in the 40s, we didn't have the technology to even try to find this evidence. And then in the 60s, it was actually found accidentally. Funny enough, by this there's called Bell Laboratories in New Jersey. But no, it's sort of like when Einstein wrote his papers on relativity in the really early 1900s. People who were going through the math realized, wait a minute, the math is telling us that we end up with points of infinite density or whatever, that can actually happen. And that's what ended up being black holes. But at the time, they had no way of confirming whether or not those things are real. But what they discovered is that the physics behind it is solid. There's no errors in it. And then eventually, I think it was like in the 70s, we got the first direct evidence of black holes existing. So no, we didn't. Scientists don't make the measurements and then go back and say like, we need to come up with something for this, and then they change the model like to describe it or whatever. I mean, some fine tuning of models does happen kind of in that way, I guess, but no, the Big Bang, they made the prediction and then they found the data.
All right, and I'm sure you hear this a lot, but where did this stuff come from to start the Big Bang? I just want to hear it.
Nobody knows, including if the claim that it came from anywhere is even a valid claim.
Well, it has to come from something.
Why does it have to do that?
You can't make something out of nothing.
It wasn't made from nothing. It
Well,
just
then it had to come from something.
no,
What you just said.
it never didn't exist.
But it had to.
No. If it had to at one point not exist and something can't come from nothing, then where the hell are we going with this?
Well, then tell me when the Big Bang. Well, I mean, the Big Bang had to happen at one point. So where did it come
Yeah.
from?
It
Nothing
didn't,
exists.
it didn't come from anywhere. The universe just exists.
From what?
There is no from what.
Had to start somewhere.
You could argue that time as we understand it has a beginning point, but that doesn't mean that before that point, nothing existed. We can't hear you. I don't know if you're...
Sorry, I was looking. I
What now?
wasn't googling a response. I was looking up. Doing a little fact checking.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
I was on
didn't.
Google just looking up Big Bang Theory definition. And
Oh,
Scotty, no, I'm not reading notes. Unlike this guy, he's looking off at another screen the whole time.
I'm definitely not reading notes. I'm just looking at my. I'm looking at OBS, so I'm literally
Mhm.
just. I'm actually reading the chat, and looking at myself.
Oh, I bet you are.
I mean, I could show you my computer screen to show you I don't have notes, but I
I know I don't really care that much.
no, neither do I.
Um, yeah, I still don't agree with Big Bang. I think it has to start from somewhere.
Well, that's it. You can claim that it started from somewhere, but that doesn't make the Big Bang false. Like oh, you drove your car here. Where did your car come from? Well, I don't know, but I drove my car here. Yeah, I don't believe you. I mean, that's kind of the equivalent of what's going on here.
Car came from the factory, but
Yeah, but if you didn't know where the car came from, that wouldn't make the claim that you got here in the car false. And even if God created the universe, that wouldn't make the Big Bang false, because the Big Bang doesn't say there is no God. And I don't even know what else to add to that, but it doesn't say that. Plus, we haven't got to the irony yet of so the Big Bang can't come from nothing. So what did it come from?
you asking me?
Yes.
Exactly. I don't. That's what I don't think it could happen. But you're gonna say, then where did God come from?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the whole point. I mean, outside of time,
God came from outside of time.
God is outside of time.
Okay, what does that mean?
Exactly what it says.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, I guess you could say that since it's outside of time.
So we're invoking
So,
something that's incoherent and incomprehensible as the solution to something. I don't think that that actually makes any sense.
I mean, that is kind of what the basis of Christianity is. I mean, none of it really makes sense. It's so big and broad, but I mean, that's fair.
You said it. I
Yeah.
mean, I also say it, but
But that's like the whole point, having that faith in something that's so broad and yeah.
if that's the case, then why not just have faith in any any random nonsensical thing that you could make up?
I mean, anyone could.
Okay, is there any strength or validity to those beliefs?
If they could bring evidence.
Do you have any evidence?
Yeah, like the last guy said, Bible, historic piece of writing. I mean, whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you.
You think that people writing stories is evidence of something that exists outside of time?
Bible doesn't exist out of time. The creator of it does. The creator of everything.
That's not what I
Not the people
said.
writing it.
I
That's
said
you
the
said the people writing
words
this
of the
is
Bible.
out of time. They're not.
Yeah, I know. And that's not what I said. So, one
Really?
more time here. You think the words of the Bible are evidence of something that exists outside of time?
Very well could be.
Could be or is, because you said you do have evidence.
I said I have the evidence, which is the Bible.
Okay, so the Bible is evidence of something that exists outside of time?
To me and millions others, yes.
Okay, in what way does it support that idea?
I mean, it's all written down. I mean, that's how I look at it. I guess it's not 100% provable. That's the whole point.
Okay, so you don't have evidence, you have faith. So now we're back to that again. So is your
That's
faith any better than my faith in Spanky, the one true creator and the works of his Bible?
No, I can't say that. I can't say it's greater than that.
Okay, well, I
I
appreciate
can't
that
say that.
honesty.
Yeah. Your faith could be just as good as mine. Doesn't mean one of us is right in that sense, but I mean, that's based on everyone.
I suppose. So what do you want to talk about now? Evolution or something?
I'll let somebody else go. I'm good.